No, no.
Oh, you know what's crazy? I've been playing Dead by Daylight with a friend from university, and I got 666 hours. Kind of scary.
Hey, but like, who
Pretty
asked
crazy.
though? I don't understand. Like, crazy so.
Okay. Welcome back to the podcast, guys. I'm your host, David. I'm here with Edward and Macy. We're going to be talking about, of course, once again, our topics. And at the end, we're going to address Thanksgiving and, talk about what we're thankful for, hopefully, maybe. And why is my... Anyway, Edward, what is your topic?
You didn't even say your topic. Right. You introduced yourself first. How the fuck are you going to ask me what my topic is? You started, bro. What is your topic, David? You're going first.
My topic is about the drama regarding Pokimane and the snacks that she's scamming her viewers with.
Wait, say her name again so I can put it in the caption.
Pokimane.
Okay, I just want to make sure you say it enough times so I can put it in the tags. You fuck what I'm saying?
There we go.
I mean, you're gonna be saying her name.
So we're gonna talk about Pokimane.
Here you go. Let me help you out. XQC reacted to it. Aspen Gold reacted to it.
Okay.
A lot of
Markiplier react to it?
No.
Did PewDiePie react to it?
Just say his name. Fuck it. Markiplier reacted
How
to
about
Go ahead.
All right, Edward, what's your topic?
Okay, like no explanation. Okay, well, my topic is obviously going to be on the. I'm not gonna say people company, but I'm gonna talk about the functionality of proximity chatting games and why honestly more games need it, to be honest. And just like David said, we are going to have a Thanksgiving section at the end, but I'm going to half my timer. I don't think it's anything trending, but I'm going to just do 10 minutes and then we'll say the rest of the 10 minutes for Thanksgiving. But yeah, Macy, what's yours?
My topic is how movies lately, like, they're getting less and less like new, I guess. They just keep making remakes, they keep making sequels of like a bunch of shit, and they're just not coming with any new ideas. Specifically targeted towards the new Hunger Games movie.
It's hard. Anyways, all right, David, go ahead.
All right. So, my topic, as I discussed earlier. So there's this news been going around that Pokimane started her little side hustle or business about this snacks that she created, these cookies.
Research.
Mina snacks. I don't know what they're called. She wants them to be healthy, tasty, non-GMO ingredients. And then somebody like reacted to one of her videos and posted a picture of these cookies from Costco, and quite literally the nutrients, like the factors, are like 98% similar. There's like, I guess, like more vitamin D or like more like something in like the small section. And some of her friends were trying to help her out. They were reacting to it and they were like, oh, she's probably doing this or that, or she's like, she didn't know. And then they got to the nutrition part and all the streamers were like, oh, like they just gave up on her.
That's so tough.
And by the way, 14 ounces of the bag at Costco is $10. 16 ounces of Pokimanes is $28. Thoughts?
Wait, what are the prices again?
For the Costco brand, it is 14 ounces for $10. For Pokimane's brand, it is 16 ounces for $28. So 2 more ounces for double the price.
So, for one, like, obviously, it's still drastic enough that it matters, but Costco is known for, like, lower prices. So we can probably say it's, in, like, normal store terms, like $15 for 14 ounces. Still double, though, so carry on. It's ridiculous. All to say. Wait, so, like, are you guys talking and you just can't hear me, or are you just not talking?
We're waiting for you to...
Okay, just making sure, because it was really quiet. And I didn't know if it was cutting out. So the ingredients was like, you said it was a little bit different, like in the vitamins at the end, but otherwise it was pretty much identical. Was it identical, like, shape? I know nothing about this. I've heard that there was controversy with her, but that's
carbs,
it.
Sugars, protein, like everything, like the macros were identical.
So she basically took the cookie and like put some vitamin D oil on it.
Essentially, like let me find the picture of the things. Like it's even in like the TikTok videos that I sent in the group chat.
Okay, like, okay, buddy. I just want to say, by the way, like, Macy is a great example of somebody, you know, if they don't know what the hell we're talking about for the first time, they're obviously not going to know what our topics are about. I just want to say, David, you did a very terrible job at explaining what this shit is, bro. Who the fuck is Pokimane for the people who don't watch her? Like, what the fuck? Who is she? Who is Pokimane? Tell me who that is.
I don't know, from some streamer.
Oh, there we go.
Like I don't watch her. I know, like she's part of the offline TV crew, or I guess she left the house for some reason. She had a lot of drama with Fedmeister, because of like I guess like I'm not gonna like I can't even remember.
Why don't you literally just say how she's basically the queen of Twitch? Like the reason why the word, and you know what word I'm talking about, pips and incels. Like the reason that word was banned, I'm pretty sure, is because of her tier 3 subs. Like everybody was fucking dogging on them with those words, and I'm almost certain that's why it was banned on Twitch. But
okay, I'd like to really quickly make a distinction because the 2 pictures you sent do not represent what you've told me.
Research, by the way.
Buddy, one is 4 servings. The other is 14.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both 7 cookies per serving. So there's definitely not just a 2-ounce difference here. I'm assuming the red one is hers because it's got the 3 micrograms of, 3 micrograms of vitamin D, and the other one has 0.
Perhaps.
I mean, perhaps. Isn't this your research, idiot? What are you talking about, perhaps?
We don't actually research our topics. Come on.
No. You literally just told me right before this, audience, for the record, this guy just told me he researches every one of these in depth. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Lying to our viewers now.
Oh, you know what, bro? I don't lie.
And
That's not my
this
nature.
brand hers? Tootsie?
No, that's the
Costco?
Yeah, it's the Costco brand.
Okay.
That's not Costco brand. Kirkland is Costco brand. I'm pretty sure Tootsie's is just a different
being
brand.
sold.
I mean, okay, not Costco. Yeah, it's being sold at Costco. Wait,
Okay, like you're saying a lot of dangerous things right now, bro. Pokimane is honestly a brand of Costco. Like, let's be honest.
wait, her cookies are also called Midnight Mini Cookies?
That's crazy,
I don't know. You're supposed to be
bro.
telling us about this topic, David. What the fuck?
I assume she's also having like this is manufactured. This is actually being sold. It's not just like something she's making at her home. She's probably put enough money into it now that it's like an actual business, not like out of her own home.
So, David, why is this so like controversial? I guess like why is this a problem? Okay, because obviously we
Bro,
need
that's
a
the
picture.
ugliest packaging ever. What the fuck?
Okay,
Why is it so
well,
controversial?
yes.
Well, she was basically saying that there's no cookies like this. And that it's been like a lifelong dream of hers, I think, to make these kind of cookies or make her brand of like snacks for healthy for people.
Okay.
And it's basically just like the same thing as this other brand,
Okay.
except more expensive. Be like the exact same thing.
Okay.
Does it see? Hold
Is
on.
that it? Is that it?
I mean, you guys can also talk.
I mean, you're
there's
supposed to
no,
be teaching
like,
us about this shit, bro, on me.
Actual like ingredients list in the picture you sent. So I mean, obviously, like literally everything except vitamin D is identical for nutrition facts. So understandably, yeah, you know, it's going to be massively different, or not massively different in terms of ingredients, most likely. But I mean, I can see why it's controversial. Like, if she's promoting this as her own brand and like this is her creation, and then like turns around, it's literally like an exact identical copycat to some random fucking brand that clearly nobody knows. Like, it's not like she's copying Oreos that we can all recognize it, and she's attaching her name to it. So, you know, ripping people off and also like hurting the other brand potentially. I can see why it's controversial, but like, I don't know. just kind of seems like a shitty thing to do in general, as opposed to like, I guess I'm just jaded in that, like, when it comes to celebrities, now I'm used to much more like scandalous drama coming about with them, as opposed to like, this is just a shitty thing to do.
Yeah, so she responded to most of the allegations. And like, I guess I'll just link the Twitter post for you guys because
Just read it to us, because
Yeah,
then it's gonna just be staying
read it
silently.
it
verbatim,
is
bro.
too much. But
Then read some.
the batch of Mina cookies or whatever they're called we're currently shipping were made 3 weeks ago. They are not a drop shipped product, and we own our formula. The cookies they are being compared to were also made by our manufacturer Creation Foods, which specializes in healthy food. The compared cookies had one test batch sold before they were retired. Months later, we partnered with Creation Foods and fell in love with the flavor profile of the Midnight Cookie.
So it's like a rebrand. The only thing. So she's basically claiming that what's being sold on Costco
Is
shelves
all
is
her ideas.
basically. Well, I wouldn't say is all her ideas, but she said that they retired the creation of it, the original company manufacturing or whatever the fuck she said. So if they retired it, then what's being sold from Toasties or whoever the fuck it is basically their retired brand. Like it's retired merchandise, I assume, right?
I mean, I guess she just didn't bring it up when she first like talked about it. All she said was that I could never find the perfect healthy snack that tasted so good, so I made one for us.
Oh please. It's just probably gonna turn out like.
I mean,
pixels
that's just
on me.
branding. Like, I'm sure tons of fucking people have done it. If it's the same manufacturer and it's like she worked with this like creator essentially, and then took this and like she did edit it very mildly. I don't know, it's still kind of shitty, but like that's just how business is. Like, if they discontinued it and she's working with the original creators, I don't think she really needed to make a disclaimer that like she's still selling just the same product. It's like doing an endorsement essentially. She was just not being fully honest about it. But she wasn't being dishonest particularly. I don't know. It's something dumb compared to like the scope of everything else going on in the world to have everyone be fucked about.
I mean, it's like drama online.
Yeah.
Because I don't really care about this kind of stuff, but I know like Pokimane is, like as Edward said, very popular with Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah.
So whenever I see drama like this, I'm like, oh, this is for the podcast.
I mean, no shade to like what you picked. You know, it's a topic. I'm just saying, like in general, everybody giving her backlash is like the dumbest thing in the world. This is just how business works.
Like I'm gonna throw shit at your topic, bro, David. Like if you're gonna bring some dumbass shit like this, you better be ready to argue this motherfucker. Like you just mentioned popularity right there. Boom. Why the fuck would somebody buy a price that's 3 times, 5 times X what another price is? And the reason is very simple. It's Pokimane. Now, I brought up the whole idea of, you know, and I forgot the other fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, those two groups are the people that would buy this bullshit. Why? Like, they could not give a fuck about the cookies. They just think that because the brand is associated with Pokimane, that if they buy this, they're essentially buying a piece of her because that's her brand. You fuck what I'm saying? It's the same thing that happened when, let's just say, certain creators were selling like bathwater. Like,
I was just thinking about it.
Like that is literally
was
the
gonna bring it up.
argument that you should have brought up, David. Like, come on now. Like, nobody gives a fuck about the cookies, bro. It's because it's Pokimane. That's it. People want to fuck her.
I forgot about
On
that.
me.
I'm glad I forgot about that.
I mean, because that's
it's
the
the
thing.
same shit as like a Gucci white shirt, you know? Charge like $1 billion fucking extra dollars and it's just a regular ass white shirt. It's just branding.
How the fuck are you going to buy like dirty fucking bath water of some girl that was in it? That's so weird.
Because people want to be tasting their
people are
fucking
sick. People are
particles.
sick.
Yeah.
They want to taste their particle. Now, obviously, for the viewers at home, there's no comparison when it comes to cookies to bathwater. Obviously, they're distinctively different. I don't think Pokimane is spitting in every one of these cookies, bro. But at the same time, though, you kind of have to admit that I think one of the reasons why she quote unquote fell in love with the cookie, which is bullshit, is just because it's another avenue to make money. They could have just slapped a different fucking food product on there and she would have just sold it with her brand. I mean, that's what she is. She's a brand, basically. She's part of Twitch, the queen of Twitch, quote unquote. She has so many fucking fans that would die. I mean, you've seen plenty of comments, and you could probably search them up, that people were like, oh my God, I just sold my house or I sold my car to give you this money. I hope you recognize me. And all she does is say, oh my God, thank you. And then continues. Like, what? Bro, no way, bro.
Yeah.
Like, David, bro, come on now. You gotta have a bigger argument than whatever the fuck you were just talking, bro. Putting me to sleep. Tell me some shit about Pokimane. Like, come on now. Tell me something.
I mean, I can't really tell you anything because I don't watch her. I find her very boring and annoying.
Well, there you go. There's your argument right there. Why would somebody buy something like this when all she does is just chat with people? Well, I mean, that could also speak to the, the authenticity of somebody. Bullshit. If you're just talking to people and they love your attitude, they could just be a fans just because of that. If they think that you're endorsing a product and you happen to be a very genuine person, the ingredients, which is usually, obviously people are going to look at the ingredients for a product. The people that don't is just because they're blinded by the creator, but they'll be like, oh my God, this person is so genuine. The ingredients for this must be healthy for me. I'm going to buy it. Because I want to, support the creator and then support the brand. I mean, that's what they fucking did with pink sauce, bro. Like,
What's that?
The fucking, I don't remember who the name of the creator was, but it was pretty much this, like, sauce that went famous on TikTok. A girl who had created this, like, pink colored sauce. It was, I think she said it was like a mixture of, like, or a taste of like mustard ranch or some shit like that. I don't even know. The ingredients of it is what made it basically like a biohazard, because that shit had milk in it and she was shipping it without refrigeration. Like, that was being shipped bubbled to people. And they were actually
turning colors.
Like, no, bro. They had it. First off, she got a big ass deal, I think, with Walmart to sell it. But dude, if you went to Walmart while they were selling this shit, every bottle of pink sauce was a different hue of pink. Like, no, bro. And it wasn't even refrigerated. It was on the shelf. Like,
it is. It's so. For me, I used to like Pokimane. I guess I don't like her, but I guess I liked more of her community. Like, offline TV was a very fun community that I like to watch. But I started noticing that she started getting into a lot of drama. And I don't know if it's because of her or the other people. I don't really care. But the biggest one was with Fedmeister, where like there was a problem inside, where there was, I believe, like unwanted touching and shit like that in the house. In my opinion, I personally don't like her, and there's no hate or anything about it. I just don't like the persona that she puts on, because it is a persona. As much, like, it might be her, but she obviously amplifies it. So when it comes to that, I don't really like it. One thing I wanted to bring up was, and this is for all female streamers and all female YouTubers, you put on this persona, and this is no hate, it's just reality. You put on this persona, you put on this, like, this makeup that isn't actually you. And then one day you're like, oh, I'm going to show you guys myself without makeup. Bro, people were roasting Pokimane when she showed herself without makeup. And not rightfully so, because, you can't really, like, make fun of how, like, someone looks. But when you go out and you show people, like, oh, like, this is how I look, but you have, like, ounces of makeup on top of you, of course, it's not how you actually look. Like, you take that all off, and, people might like you for how you actually look, but it's...
Bro, what are you on about?
It's kind of my thing with female streamers, because I've noticed a couple times when they show their actual, like, appearance without the makeup, and they get roasted, and they feel bad. And I'm just like, I mean, it's not their fault whatsoever. It's obviously like the people's fault for not realizing that they have like, you know, that the makeup isn't them.
I mean, like, I think Pokimane, first off, because you brought that up as an example, I think she did that to show people, like the people that were insecure as well, that they weren't going to be like her, that she's just like them in terms of like physical attraction. You know, she's not shit without makeup, and majority of people aren't shit without makeup. But I mean, I understand the point. I think I understand what you're trying to say. Obviously, yeah, she got roasted. There were some people that admired her for showing her true self. Oh my God, you know, empowerment, whatever it's like. But you have to remember that, like, the way that she looks, like, that includes the makeup, is just a part of her brand. That's who she is. She looks like somebody these desperate men want to fuck. And that just amplifies her beauty. People just want, that's why they watch her. I can guarantee if you go to any one of these like guys that are sitting in her stream like 24/7, 365, they want to fuck. Like they just want to bang her. That's it. And unfortunately, that's just the reality of all these like big girl streamers. That's just how it is. But at the same time, like, not to go off topic, they're the same desperate people buying these fucking cookies, upping her sales. And I mean, this cookie could be absolute dog shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be terrible, but we wouldn't know that because these, you know, these imps and these incels, like, they're the ones buying this shit, jacking up not the price, but the ratings of it. And then she'll think, oh my God, this cookie's amazing.
Yeah.
That's what they did for the pink sauce. That shit was disgusting.
Did you try it?
Fuck no, dude.
Obviously
I mean,
not, yeah.
she eventually, like, she got a big ass deal. There was, I forgot what company it was, but they basically bought her out. They gave her so much money to get out of the deal because I think she was becoming bankrupt after people realized like pink sauce was absolute dog shit. She couldn't, like, it wasn't sustainable for her business anymore, and she was bought out by a different company. And I think she tried to sue them because apparently they didn't provide her enough money or restitution or whatever the fuck it was for the brand. But I don't know. Like, she was just greedy with money. She just wanted money. She didn't give a fuck about the people who were getting sick from pink sauce. And I hope Pokimane isn't like that with her product. Obviously, I don't think she's the one running it. I honestly don't. I think she's just the face of it, and that face is going to sell the actual product itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's working with a brand, right? Like, they're producing, manufacturing, like all of the above. She's literally just like, yeah, this is the brand that like I'm involved in. It's like when a beauty influencer like says, "Oh, this is my makeup line," except it's just like they just picked a shade and like the company did everything else, but they get to upsell it like a fuck ton because it was, you know, Jeffree Star's, like, that's a bad example. He does have his own makeup line, but you know what I mean.
She tried makeup. She tried. Well, I believe Valkyrie tried her makeup line, and then something happened. And
I didn't know she did that.
Yeah, something happened.
But yeah, basically, like, they just smack a random celebrity on there, and they're like, yeah, so now that this is their shades that they made by pointing at, like, a little palette of, like, this color. Yeah, they aren't involved in anything other than being like, yeah, this is the one.
Yeah, advertising.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think there's any concerns really on quality of the product if it's that kind of situation, from what I understand. Other than, like, if it really is just, like, dog shit taste. But,
yeah, which is kind of
like, health-wise, I don't think there would be any issues.
I mean, here's the thing. If her cookies were absolute dog shit, that kind of sucks because she's like, oh, I've been waiting, like, all my life to make this cookies. I'm just like, and then they're dog shit.
I mean, clearly she likes them.
That's...
I mean, by the way, we hit our 20 minutes, so I don't know if you want to wrap anything up, but I'm pretty sure, like, they could be dog shit, but people are going to buy it anyways.
I've never had midnight cookies, so I couldn't really tell you if I would like them or not.
I don't know what a midnight cookie is.
I don't know either.
Exactly.
Cool.
Alright, I guess we will move to our next topic.
All right,
I
Macy,
guess
go
so.
ahead.
Rock, paper, scissors.
I mean, obviously, I'm going last, so I'm cutting my time off for the Thanksgiving shit.
Oh, okay.
What a guy. What a Chad.
I know, I'm so generous.
So generous. But don't you want your topic to be the second drawing?
No, it's just gonna be the actual name itself. Lethal Company.
Okay. You said it.
I was gonna have to. I was gonna have to say it eventually, bro.
I don't know. I thought you were trying to hide it until like the end.
David,
Oh.
why the fuck are you looking at that shit, bro?
No, take it back. Unsend it.
Oh, all right, Macy, go ahead.
Anyways, so, oh my gosh. My topic today is kind of a recurring theme-ish on our channel, talking about movies, media, cinema, that kind of shit. And I've just been thinking, you know, especially like the new Hunger Games movie coming out, or came out, I don't know. I know Lionsgate is trending, that's what made me think about it. But I know there was like that new Hunger Games movie coming out that I'm like, that's stupid, in my opinion. Like, there was not a fourth book. I don't believe it's based on a book. It was just like they just kept running with it because it was popular at some point, and they're probably just relying on nostalgia and like that kind of shit. And they know now that Josh Hutcherson is popular again, so I don't know. But like that shit just keeps happening like over and over again, and it's getting kind of annoying. And I know this is something we've all noticed, that lately, aside from like maybe like Marvel and stuff like that they just continue using like books that have already been written that like are, you know, new ideas. They're just making remakes and like unnecessary sequels to all kinds of shit, and that's all that we're getting nowadays, you know? Even if it's not like branded as a remake, it's a remake of the same shit, the same concepts with minor variations. But like the new Exorcist movie, what? Like, what's the point? New Hunger Games movie, what's the point? Fuck, what are some other examples? I had to come up with like a little list.
My Big Fat Greek Family 3. By the way, it's dog shit.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. They've run out of ideas and everything's coming out like it's just so bad. The only, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the only original movie I can genuinely think of right now. It's like Talk to Me, because it's like, what, the fucking Emotions movie by Disney has a sequel now? Who asked? No one.
Bro,
Nobody asked for that.
When you said
really well
"Talk to Me," the emotional Disney movie, I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about?"
No, Talk
dog?
to Me, comma, or period, and then the Emotions. Dude, what
I
is
mean,
it called?
Inside Out, bro. Inside
Yeah.
Out.
Who asked for Inside Out 2?
Dude,
no one.
everybody was asking for Inside Out.
Yeah.
What are you talking
It
about?
actually did really well.
Like,
Yeah,
everybody
I
was
think
asking for
so.
part 2. Like, there was a trailer. I just want to give a shout out to. I know people know what trailer I'm talking about. I don't know if you guys do, but there was one where it showed like Riley on the thumbnail taking a photo of herself, looking bougie as fuck. Dude, that trailer was so fucking stupid, but it is iconic. So, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. But I think Inside Out 2. I don't know if it's going to live up to the expectations that people have, because the 4 emotions that they're introducing, I don't think anybody wanted any of those, to be honest. Like, I think people were more so thinking there was going to be like a 10-year jump skip where she was going to be like an older teen years, and, you know, confusion and, you know, sexuality and, you know, shit like that. People were like, yeah, no, that's what's gonna happen. That's realistic right there. But they have dumb shit like boredom. Like, nobody want that shit, bro.
I was bored.
Real.
Like, you want me to be bored watching the movie too? Fuck. Anyways, Macy, go ahead.
I will also say Saw X was totally good. Like, no shit on that. I'm trying to look through like lists of like movies that came out this year. Fucking
Well, I
Nun
guess-
3, yeah. Or the Nun 2, sorry. Exorcist, fucking Wonka. Like, who asked? Nobody needed another Willy Wonka. I don't know. This is just like a rant of like, I remember when you and I started dating Eddie. Like, yeah, a lot of them were the same kinds of movies, but they were still good movies that we used to always go see. And now it's like there's no decent movies out anymore.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Everything is just like fucking take a random other movie and put like a new filter on it and call it a new movie.
Okay, you're saying everything, but there are movies that come out that I.
Yeah, I'm
David, why are you far away
generalizing
from your
very
mic, bro?
strongly, unfortunately.
Oh wait.
Why do you keep going back and forward on your mic, bro? Stay close to it. Shit.
This is my desk mic. Sorry. Whoops.
There we go. Goddamn. Anyways,
but yeah, you like. There are movies that, like, for sure, they're like part of a trilogy, or they're the second part of the movie. But that's not like every month. That's like maybe like 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Like, Five Nights at Freddy's came out recently, and that was,
Okay, yeah, that was worth it. But that's been in fucking works for so long. Sorry, I am totally generalizing.
I need you to actually create a focus point. Like, I need you to rephrase what your topic is, just so that everybody at home could follow, because you're losing me. I thought we were talking about like movies that didn't need, like, I guess a second part or a third part or another movie in the franchise when it could have ended right then and there. But now we're talking about good movies? I'm confused.
I'm not trying to talk about good movies. We're just like, I keep generalizing, and then it's like, well, actually, this is a good movie. That's what I am trying to talk about, is movies that just do not need to exist. Like, they're just grabbing for money because they're desperate and don't know what else to make.
So like Halloween Ends. Like, that movie doesn't need to exist.
They made that their trilogy, and it's like they just kept making Halloween movies because people kept going to see them. Halloween Ends was their way of saying, we're not going to do this anymore, but they're probably going to keep making Halloween movies. Let's be honest. They're going to say that was non-canonical and just keep going.
Well, that was their way to say that all the movies after the first one didn't exist, but the first 2 movies were okay. When you make a third movie that doesn't focus on fucking Michael Myers, that movie does not need to happen. Like, they teased it like he was going to be the predecessor and carry on his legacy, and they killed him in the same fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, what, bro? Like, no, that movie did not. And then the showdown at the end, by the way, was dog shit. Like, what showdown? You're telling me this superhuman, like, he's not even a person at this point.
Entity.
He fucking survived a fire, stabbing shots. Bro, what? Boy got stabbed in damn self. He survived all that, but a fridge stopped him? No. Like, at that point, just up fridge prices, bro, on me. They just gonna buy that shit. But Halloween Ends didn't need to happen. I'm trying to think of, like, other movies that didn't need to happen, but if your point is basically, I guess it's not really, like, the focal point isn't, like, what is it, Birds and Snakes or whatever the fuck the Hunger Games sequel is. Like, it's not focused on that movie, right? It's just the idea that it
was
exist.
just, like, the thing that made me think about it, that, like, that's the relevant one right now. But, like, overall. Or, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but, like, the Trolls movie, I don't think we needed another Trolls movie.
You mean Band Together?
Yes.
What?
You don't remember the super viral Justin Timberlake song from the fucking Trolls movie?
No.
I don't know what it's called or how it goes, but I remember it was Justin Timberlake. Yeah, this is a sequel.
Okay. Well, now I know.
But I also just didn't like Trolls, so that might just be me hating.
Yeah, and you could literally just search up like this shit. Let's see. Let's see, what is the first thing that Screen Crush thinks the worst movie that didn't need to exist? Jaws: The Revenge. The fuck? I saw the first Jaws. First off, I just want to say the first Jaws is iconic. I think it basically shaped the way horror movies, especially like shark movies, are made. I also think that it did instill a fear of sharks into people, when sharks, I think, like, there's a whole saying that you're more likely to get, like, striked by lightning than actually get bitten by a shark. Yeah, strike, whatever the fuck, David. You get
Steven
what I'm saying?
Spielberg is a fucking legendary director.
Literally. And then they made a second. Is this a second one? Jaws: The Revenge.
They made 3, I think.
Jaws was a few.
Like,
There was a few of them.
So I haven't seen Saw, so I can't really say anything about
Saw
it.
was worth it.
I mean,
we're still untangling.
I haven't seen the entire series, or I hadn't even seen the first one, and if I have, it was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
We can fix that. Don't even worry about it.
But when I look at, like, I guess movies like that, where there's 10 of them, 10 of Friday the 13th,
Fast and the Furious,
like Fast, especially Fast and Furious.
There we go, Fast and the Furious.
One can't be justified.
There was a goddamn interview with the woman that is, like, you know, the girlfriend of Toretto or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, Marvel has so many movies. Like, when are they gonna finish?" And now they're on their 10th Fast and Furious. Hello?
And don't forget that their last one, like I think the last is going to be like what 3 parts, right?
And they're going to space, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Probably.
okay,
Fuck.
because you mentioned Saw, there is a movie that didn't need to be in there, unfortunately, and it's Spiral. Spiral did not need to be
That's true.
in the Saw
Spiral
franchise.
was a derivative of
So
the
if I watch it, I
franchise,
can skip it?
technically. Yeah,
Wait, what do you say?
So I can skip
if
it.
he's yeah,
Oh.
you can skip it. It's not really like that related to the actual, because it doesn't really have to do with John Kramer. It's more like it's a copycat. No spoilers. So
I mean,
like it doesn't
they're all
contribute to the
copycats, though.
lore,
They're all copycats, though.
but it's like an unrelated copycat.
I guess it's just from the book of Saw, so it's sort of
Yeah.
just in the same world as it. John Kramer is teased in a photo, but that's about it.
Yeah, he's not like an apprentice of Kramer.
Yeah, he's
But
Okay.
yeah, the Saw law is still the Saw lore. Oh my god, Saw lore is still being like built in the same way that like FNAF, like the FNAF, it's always gonna like want to keep going because they're still building the lore. They're just taking their time with it, as opposed to like just adding more dumb things to the end of the lore because they're like, why not just make another one? But I'll defend Saw because I like Saw. So
There we
I
go.
mean, nobody's talking shit about it. But you mentioned the Exorcist movie, that new one, The True Believer.
Yeah,
or I guess
everyone
it's
thinks it's
Believer,
dog shit.
Not true. Well, yeah, but there was one review that I saw, and obviously spoilers to everything. If you made it this far, you already got fucked anyways. So oh well.
yeah,
Like there was a review that I watched that basically said they brought back, I think, 2 original characters to have them do nothing. And I think that's another like point that I want to make when it comes to when they reboot franchises, where they'll bring back the original like final girl, you know, like the way like they did in Scream, and then
yeah.
obviously they just kept that trend up into what was it? Like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one, they brought back the final girl, I think, from the first movie. But in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I don't know if they did this in The Exorcist, I'm pretty sure there's other movies. Obviously, Halloween did it. Yeah, obviously, she, Laurie didn't die, but in
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they literally had this like final showdown. I guess it wasn't even a final showdown. It was like, I think, right before the actual end of the movie. But like the final girl from the first movie was basically being like sawed, like hit, chopped, all this bullshit. And goddamn, she had the same fucking strength as Michael Myers. You're telling me she took a full ass chainsaw to the fucking chest and lived, bro? Eventually, obviously, she died. Like, she actually dies in that movie. But the fact that she goes through all that, and I think that whole trope of we're gonna bring back these characters just to kind of show like, oh my god, yeah, they're still strong. They obviously learned from this encounter. They've gotten smarter or whatever.
Yeah.
The fuck. But it's been like a 10-year jump skip. Like, how the fuck did they get stronger? You're telling me she was being hunted every day? No. Like, what? And then Scream.
You went on the Saitama shit. Are you kidding me?
I'm so mad, and I understand like this is creative differences, that Sydney wasn't in Scream 6, bro.
Yeah.
That
Trying to
should
let
pee
go
the
of
fuck
the
out me.
legacy characters.
And then they killed Officer, obviously no spoilers. They killed Officer Dewey, spoiler by the way,
Oh, that's sad.
in the 5th one,
Yeah.
bro. Like, why? And then it's funny too
Or the
because
5th one.
Didn't they kill Gale in the 6th one, or am I misremembering it?
she got stabbed, but she didn't die.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the 5th one, they did the dumbest shit to his character. They made him
Yeah, it was
seem
such
like
a bad death.
he knew. It's not that he knew everything, but when you're like not a recurring, but an old character, a veteran character, so to say, you know what's gonna happen. The fact that they made him stupid as fuck, and he literally did what he basically did in every other movie. So he should have known that to be cautious. The way that he got killed pissed me the fuck off, bro. Because
But he never learned.
they rushed it. Like they literally did it just to get rid of his character. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
They probably just didn't want to deal with the fucking Dewey, like, Gale romance trope anymore. And it was a catalyst for a few other events, but yeah, it was dumb as hell. And they're trying to make new legacy characters, so they got rid of Sydney and like they're getting rid of Gale and stuff, but now they've got the girl who's like an FBI agent that came back, that she was one of like the
Kirby.
assumed victims. Yeah, Kirby. And like the new final girls.
I mean, they're not gone. Like Gail isn't gone. She's hospitalized, whatever that means. And then
Well, yeah, but I think they're trying to
Sydney
remove
just
her.
left. I don't know. I think the only reason she didn't die is because the actress for Gail Weathers probably said some dumb shit like, "Oh no, we need to have her in the sequel. She needs to be in there." So, I mean, you know, Sydney wasn't in it because the actress who plays her apparently had some creative differences with the director. I don't think she was being paid enough for it, which, you know, that's obviously a different argument. That, you know, she's obviously carried this franchise. She's been in every single one of them up until the sixth one. So it's kind of fucked, to be honest. But that's not what we're talking about. But I just think it's dumb when they do stupid shit like that when they reboot a franchise, bring back old characters just to sort of kill them off so that their story ends.
Yeah, to be like, wow, we're a new character. Like, I don't know. It seems kind of neat to be like. I mean, that's kind of what they were doing with the most recent one of the Scream franchise, right? They were like, yeah, you know, our purpose with this one is to show, like, this is a different type of Scream. Like, there is no, like, legacy character protection, and, like, he uses guns. Oh, my God. And it's to differentiate and say, like, this is no longer the old franchise. Like, wow, look at us. We're so, like, progressive and new and shit. Not progressive, but, like, trying to show off how new this part of the franchise is, and it's just, it gets tiring. Like, I love the new Scream movie. I enjoy the franchise, but yeah, I totally see where you're coming from with that.
And then I'm pretty sure, like, David, you brought up Friday the 13th, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like, first off, the main character in the first one, I think they immediately killed her in the sequel to the dumbest shit too. Like, she was just in her apartment, like, taking a shower, skeptical of everything, and then magically Jason just somehow teleports into her fucking apartment and kills her. Like, bro, I think they did that for every sequel as well. Like, they just, whatever main character was in the second one, I think died in the third one, and then third one, fourth one, so on. I honestly don't know why they do that. I can understand if they want to retell a story. Obviously, you know, the focal point isn't these characters, it's technically Jason. So, at least after the first movie. But, I don't know. To me, it's dumb. I don't know. I don't know Hunger Games, honestly. Like, I don't know the stories yet. I was planning on watching the movies, but I don't know how this new one ties into it, why it needed a sequel. I think it was to tell the story. I think it's actually a prequel to tell the story.
It has to be, because they dissolved the Hunger Games at the end.
Oh, well, there you go. So it's a prequel.
I mean, that was like the whole thing. It was like they threw an entire revolution. Like, I'll watch the Hunger Games movies with you, but I was like a big Hunger Games girly in middle school. The whole dystopian trope was my shit. So I'm very familiar with the Hunger Games. I assume it has to be a prequel, but like, why? We did not need a prequel. I don't know. I'm like, they're just bringing this back out because they don't know what else to do.
Mm-hmm. David, what do you think?
Well, it depends, because obviously there are some series where people like ask for it, like a lot, until they get it, and they're like, "Wow, this is dog shit."
You're away from your mic.
I was turned away from it. There are times where people don't even ask for a sequel and they get one because they want to milk it, and they're like, "Oh, it's pretty cool," or "Oh, wow, this is dog shit." In my opinion, if, for example, Jurassic Park did it amazingly, but the second one was a miss. The first one, legendary. The third one with the Spinosaurus, legendary. The second one, where Malcolm was the main character, it was still good, but it didn't have that same feel as Alan Grant. Jaws, the first one was amazing. I don't remember the second one, and I think there's a third, but I never watched it. There are these like movies where most like old movies, I guess most old series did really well, and I guess they're trying to bring them back because they're like, oh god, we don't have any idea what to do next, so let's just bring back an oldie. Like with the Hocus Pocus, they made a new one, didn't they?
Yeah. They made a new Haunted Mansion.
That's maybe what it was.
Yeah, it was like a remake of the old one.
There was another horror movie called Jeepers Creepers. The only reason I wanted it is because the first one was filmed in my hometown when I was a child. In Sorrento Springs when I was a child.
That's cool.
but I think it's kind of like distasteful in bad memory when you bring back an old like series, make a whole new movie, and don't even get me started about this stupid shit where they're like, oh, Michael Myers, for example, Michael Myers, he's lived from gunshots, he's been stabbed, he's been hit by nukes, and then this girl comes in and just slaps him and he just dies. No.
Yeah, that was stupid.
It's like you it's like Jason, he's literally immortal, he comes back every single time. And then you change the script where it's like, oh, we want to emphasize like, oh, girls can get it done, kind of like that little joke in The
Bro,
Boys.
that shit.
And then they butch the character, and if something's done, let it be. If you're gonna bring it back as like a side thing, kind of like that Saw movie that you said not to watch because it's not really about it. Like they made a mention of the character. But don't like, for example, let's say what's an old movie? Let's say Nightmare on Elm Street. They made a new one, like when I mean new one, I mean like a revised one. It didn't do well. And if they try doing it again now, don't do it. Like just leave it back then. If you want to make a spin-off, go for it, but don't bring back the old characters just for it to end up being dog shit, and then you put a bad taste in people's mouths.
Agreed.
By the way, we hit our 20-minute timer, so y'all can wrap it up.
Let's go.
I mean, yeah, it was just more of a rant than anything, I guess. That I'm sick of random prequels and or like unneeded sequels and spin-offs and shit popping up because they are tired of, like, they don't want to read books, I guess, to make new movies. Like, there's so many fucking books that they could just make a new series on that I'm sure could do very well. But no, they just have to make another Hunger Games.
Dog shit.
Isn't that like this? Like, I could have sworn there was an argument back when about like people taking IPs, like IPs that are completed, and just fucking making new like sequels to it and fucking it up. I forgot what movie that was regarding, but goddamn, bro.
I'd also like to just add, as a little bit of a haha, I didn't realize, because I thought honestly that the entire, like, what is it called? The Magical Beasts, like the
Harry Potter thing?
Yeah, the prequel for Harry Potter. I figured it was a little bit more like well received than it actually seems to be, which is good for me because I think it's stupid and I wish it was never made. I'll say it. I think it's dumb. I loved Harry Potter as a kid. It's just the stupidest prequel in the whole world. And I'm glad that apparently a lot of people agree on the internet.
Right. Well, wrapping it up. Edward.
Alrighty, wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
There you go. Oh shit, you asked for my opinion? David, what's your opinion?
No, I'm wrapping it up as in get to your topic.
Oh, you couldn't have said that, but he's just like, okay, Edward, like, okay, anyways. Alright, so my topic, let me just have the timer real quick, you know what I'm saying? Let me just put this to 10 minutes. There we go. Alright, so my topic is basically just going to be about proximity chat in games. Now this mostly just comes from the fact that David and I fucking, in addition with our friend Pringle, obviously, shout out to Pringle, fake as hell, he's not on the podcast right now, but we all played Lethal Company, and that is a game that's trending right now, which, if you haven't already played it, you need to play it, specifically with friends. Something about proximity chat, I will just say this, it's definitely an experience. Now, I do want to say as well that, David, we had played a game, and I don't remember what game that was, where I think it might have been Phasmo, to be honest, or one of these other scary games where it has proximity chat in it, but we were just talking through Discord the whole time. Oh my god, I think it was Boomin'. Fuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
like games like that, first off, I just want to say there's a lot of comedic timing when it comes to proximity chats in horror games especially, and you know, obviously these videos haven't been released yet. Not saying that we're gonna release a video. No shout out to that, but man, shut up. Anyways, so like, I just want to say whoever created the idea, because obviously, you know, voice chat was a thing. I think Fortnite, like, or games like Fortnite do it in the sense where is voice chat in the sense that you hear it no matter where you are. It's just one collective system. But games where it actually follows your character and it sticks to your character, that shit is funny as fuck. And then I think that Lethal Company kind of does it in the way that not other games do it. And I don't know if they do. I don't play other games like that. But I don't know if you heard it, David. In certain areas, like when you were closed up or like in a closed space, you could hear the echoes bouncing off the wall of your voice. Like that shit was crazy. And, you know, obviously we have it on recording and shit like that of us just screaming. And I mean, you know, I think proximity chat just kind of gets you immersed into the whole thing, which might be a bad thing for people who have weak hearts. But I guess I just wanted to just say, okay, buddy, don't start bringing that shit back, bro. But I mean, proximity chat is definitely something. Do you think it could be detrimental to games though, like to certain games? Yes or no?
Maybe League of Legends.
Okay. Okay, buddy. You don't need voice chat, period, in League of Legends.
I think you do. Tug it.
I mean, they have voice chat, but it's not like the whole game type of thing. You have to be in a party to do that. But you know, toxic games like League of Legends. And I was watching a video. I guess it's not really, you know, our topic or my topic. The argument isn't going to be if proximity chat is needed, but the use of voice chat to some degree. That'll just be my argument, and not instead. My topic is still on proximity chat, but my argument, I don't think voice chat is needed for every game. In games like League of Legends kind of proves the point.
Yeah.
You know, obviously you can stream a game, let's just say that you queue up with some people. It's just for the party, but let's just say theoretically, if you had voice chat to the entire like lobby on your side, you know how many streamers would get banned a day? Just people saying the N-word, dog.
No, but it'd be so funny. Imagine you're like in lane, bot lane, you and me. And then we just start hearing the enemy team just start screaming at us.
What are you talking about, bro? I mean, that would be funny. Now, you know, obviously, if you listen to our last podcast, you kind of have to assume that there are good, responsible people and suspicious characters online. Now,
Our last podcast.
how
Amigo.
episode? Come on, dude. Damn, research, by the way. How many of those good citizens are going to be suspicious characters in the league game, David? Oh, all of them. All of them. Like, you don't even need to give me a number. It's like every single... What do you mean, look at us? What are you saying, bro? Do you curse on League of Legends, dog?
Oh, 100%. You know I haven't gotten banned for him.
Wait, you haven't got mad for what? You haven't got mad for what?
Sheesh.
There you go. But proximity chat, I think, would be a funny idea if it was like, you know, if it were good people. I think League of Legends definitely doesn't need it. Games like Fortnite, where it has children on it, first off,
Definitely needs it.
I hate kids. Fuck kids. Yeah,
Yes.
no, it needs it, period. And I think voice chat just elevates the experience. When it comes to horror games, it for sure elevates. And the fact that you could literally, like, for example, like Pringle, bro, when that buddy was yelling and he got snatched, the fact that it cuts it off is so fucking funny. Like, whoever thought to do that, and I don't know. I just lost my train of thought. Like, that shit, yeah, it's perfect. And God damn, I mean,
so one thing about voice chat that I will bring up, with like bullying, I guess, my professor, who I immensely agree with, he's like, "Yo, guys, bullying isn't right, right, guys?" And then we agreed. And then he's like, "But there are those kids that need to get bullied, right?"
What?
And I started losing it.
What?
I'm just like, "Wait, what does he mean?" And he's like, "Oh, you know, there's those kids that like band kids or whatever that they're doing like this like weird." Like, we've talked about this in the podcast before, like people that pretend they're in an anime, or people that like are like doing these weird interactions with people. And on Fortnite, which is what I'm bringing up as the example, some kids need to get bullied.
what?
That's
No.
not at all
No.
true.
I'm not saying like, you know, they need to get beat up, but like, you know, just like, you know, stop being a snowflake.
What? Okay, what the fuck does being a living have to do with children, bro? I don't get it.
Because the new age is kind of being raised up to be softer. And I'm not saying like, you know, shit on them, but it's been brought up multiple times that like the world is not an easy place, and they'll have to learn one way or another.
Okay, but keep in mind, like, they make some of the funniest voice chat companions. Like, you cannot lie to me otherwise. Like, them people, them kids, when it comes to, like, especially what was that game that was trending? No, it wasn't even a game. It was like an experience, like a Roblox type. It was in VR. You know what I'm talking about? Where you were getting chased by like Bonnie or some shit in corridors, and you just had to run away in VR.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I think fuck, I forgot the name of the game, but there was this game.
Among Us?
No, idiot. It was an experience. It's like Roblox, right? There's something on VR, I think, called like the Playroom or some shit, where you could basically go in there, have your own kind of character, do whatever the fuck you want. But there was an experience in that game. Yeah, Rec Room, excuse me. Rec Room had an experience in it that was basically like the animatronics from The Joy of Creation. It was Bonnie. I think Chica was in it. It was mostly Bonnie, but there were just a surge of TikTok videos on that game where people, they were like running down like just corridors, like 4-way corridors. They're running around, just running away from Bonnie, and they were doing like shit like, you know, huss, like while running, doing just all types of funny shit. And there were so like it had voice chat enabled. That shit while you're running away from Bonnie, like that cracked me the fuck up. And I'm sure I could probably find a video after the fact, after we get off here, but I'm almost certain if I show you that video, you're gonna remember it. Macy, I know you definitely remember it. Like I played those videos countless times. Like that shit was funny as fuck.
You like
I have like a vague idea of what you're talking about, but I don't recall like exactly.
You really do? Okay, if I show both of you and you just magically go, oh, okay, it'll just be after the podcast.
I have like a vague memory of it.
A live reaction. Okay, hold on. So just start talking about something. I'm gonna find it.
Okay. Are you gonna want to like give up your topic time after this, or do you want to keep talking about it?
I mean, we have about like a minute, 44 seconds left. All right, I found it. I already found it. Like, it's simple. All right, just go on fucking TikTok. I'll just put it in the video while all of us watch this shit.
Wait. Oh, I hear him. Where's he is? Who's? Wait, no. Oh no. Please. Help. Oh shit. Oh, what the freak? Help! The money in the Watch out! Get out of my way! Everyone! I'm gone!
Isn't you of the dog dressed as the FNAF characters?
Are you talking to me?
No, Eddie.
No.
Do you want me to send them to you?
Send it to me as well, but yeah.
I just sent it again.
Nothing's coming through, bro.
Man, back away. Y'all just stalking the chat. Just
There it is. Well, you said it twice. I'm down. No, chill. Okay.
Like, just go to the end because we're about to run out of time. Just go close to the end. That shit is so stupid, bro.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen this before, but it definitely is funny.
Yeah, I definitely recognize the game. I know what you're talking about.
Like that, for example, games like that shit gets me, bro. Like, the voice chat is just needed, yes, but proximity chat in general, whoever invented that or thought of like, oh my god, let's just do this in the game, fuck it, they need to be billionaire on me. Anyways, we basically just glazed proximity chat for the past 10 minutes, but the timer is up, so that just means we can talk about Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Alrighty, who wants to say something first?
What are you guys thankful for?
Alright, anyways, so let's just get right into it then. Hey everybody, happy Thanksgiving. We're not going to be able to record next week, so we're just doing this now. Thanksgivings, for people who don't know it, is basically just a thanking, of God for blessings such as harvest, ship landings, military victories, whatever the fuck, end of droughts, some dumb shit like that. Just anything you're thankful for that happened over the past year. Obviously, I'm thankful for All right, there we go. That moves on to me. Go ahead, David.
Okay.
Well, you're not thankful for Macy? That's wild.
The past year?
Wicked.
You act like we just started
Wicked.
dating this year.
I'm sorry,
bro.
Macy. I'm sorry, Macy. I'm sorry.
On
That's
me,
so
this guy.
wild. It's okay. It's okay.
This guy is literally coming up
Wow.
with shit to just ruin me crazy. You're not thankful for the million subscribers you got? All right, you know what? Thank you guys. Thank you everybody who subscribed, by the way. Like 450. I was going to say thank you in the other video, but you know, Dave wants me to do this shit now. So thank you everybody who subscribed during the FNAF series. I appreciate y'all. Obviously, I appreciate Macy. I don't appreciate this dumb chat right here.
This dumb what? 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 What
You heard me? You heard me.
With ER? That's crazy.
Right.
That's wild.
Buddy actually like he doesn't see that shit on the daily. Anyways, go ahead. What are you thankful for?
What am I thankful for? All right, hold up. Macy, go first for that, I think.
This guy.
You're so wild for that. Anyway, I obviously am grateful for a lot of things. I'm thankful for Eddie and for our apartment and for, you know, all the blessings that I've received the past year. I'm thankful for my family and, you know, I'm thankful that I'm making it work as I am in terms of like my time and shit and school. And I'm thankful that I'm trying my best to myself for holding on despite all of the fucking chaos of what's going on in life, because shit's kind of fucked all the time. But you know, got support and I've got kind of everything I need to work it out regardless. So lots of things that I'm happy to have and happy I've had a chance to have time with. Thankful for the kitties, my mom's. I miss them. Yeah,
Okay, David.
thankful for all kinds of shit.
Buddy was just doing that just to look up the fucking thing. He didn't clap for me though. Fuck you, idiot. Now go ahead.
So wild.
Okay, so I guess I'm thankful for my parents. I'm thankful for my friends. I'm thankful for the things that I have
People-
available to me, like university, mock trial, the cars, private shop. I'm thankful to Edward. Thankful to Macy.
What?
I mean, yeah, maybe you would have heard me if Edward wasn't standing in his notification.
Never
but-
underestimate the
What are you
power
talking
Yeah, I
of
can't hear you. I'm sorry.
code.
But yeah, I guess that's what I'm thankful for.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, yeah, no, I'm definitely thankful as well. By the way, the podcast, I don't think we mentioned that yet, or I think Macy did, but you didn't, David. So fuck you. Obviously, we restarted the podcast. So I'm thankful to, you know, have time aside every Friday to talk to you guys about dumb shit that's happening online. Obviously, I know we don't give a fuck about it, and we pretend to for the podcast, but it definitely does leave us to, you know, do interesting shit, talk about interesting stuff. Even if it is just tangents off to something else that's, you know, just as equally stupid. But it definitely is something to, you know, get our mind off of what's happening around us, just to talk about dumb shit online.
We do love talking about dumb shit online, it's true.
But he literally did that. He thought it was such a great idea in his head. He's like, you know what? Let me do what he's done. Let me do what he's done.
I can't wait till you were done. You
What
dickhead.
else? What else do you have to be thankful for, David? Huh?
I don't know. That's really it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I'm healthy.
Being healthy? Why would you be thankful for that? Like, I'm trying to die? Like, on me. There you go. I mean, that's pretty much all I gotta say as well. Obviously, I think there's some people out there who don't like Thanksgiving because of how it started or whatever the fuck. Honestly, I'm not gonna pretend like
Your
I know.
family's dead.
Okay.
Why did you start laughing?
Bro, because why the fuck did you say that?
Because it's
Come
true. Maybe
on.
their family's dead, and that's why they don't like Thanksgiving or some shit.
I mean, yeah, but family isn't going to just be blood related in that scenario. You could have friends that you consider family.
Yeah, maybe they're all dead.
you're always thankful for something. You fucking idiot, dude. Like, but he's like, oh, I'm thankful for the gun in my pocket. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh my god.
Disgusting as hell. Like, ruin the moment, won't you? All right. Well, I mean, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Obviously, there's a bunch of food during Thanksgiving, so obviously, you know, there's gonna be a bulk, not a cut. So you just gotta prepare for fucking summertime when you go on a cut. You know what I'm saying? But
Naturally.
I mean, that's all I gotta say. David, did you want to say anything else?
Well, I hope you all have a fine Thanksgiving. And
Did
I
you
hope
forget what holiday
eat
it
well.
was?
And I hope you eat well. And celebrate time with your families. Some people have that luxury.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, my father's not here most of the holidays, so.
That's fair.
Oh man, dude, David, you're so funny, bro. All right, Macy, anything else you want to say?
Nope.
All right. Good night, guys.
Cool.
All right, yeah. Thank you guys for joining us on this episode. Hope you have a great holidays, happy Thanksgiving, enjoy time with your family. We'll see you, obviously not next week, so we'll see you the week after next week. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Have a good night. Bye.